What's up, everybody? This is Sofa Squirtles with a Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle for you. 6 versus 6 standard OU. Let's get it on. Alright, so I played against GameFAQs user Nicizzle7. Thank you for the game, man. GG. Anyway, he has a Rotom, Venusaur, Aegislash, Talonflame with Gale Wings, Tyranitar, and Haxorus. So the main threats were, I wasn't sure if Haxorus was scarfed or banded, but I knew he could take out large chunks of my team because I had nothing that could switch into it safely, except for Togekiss, who does not like taking stone edges. Next was Aegislash, who, if he gets Swords Dances up, I'm pretty scared of him, though I'm pretty sure my Hydreigon could take care of it. Then he had the Mega Venusaur. It was pretty obvious from the start of the battle when I just saw his team. It's like, oh, he has Venusaur. He's obviously gonna Mega Evolve it. He needs that bulk. So yeah, I wasn't worried about it at first, but it became a problem later on. So anyway, let's get on with the battle. So yeah, he leads off with his Haxorus, and I'm like, the hell? The hell this guy think he do? So I thought he was probably gonna try to start off a Dragon Dance sweep. So I switch out to my Puyo Loco, hoping that he doesn't attack, and then so I could set up the Will-O-Wisp. I thought I could take the Outer Rage. I was like, I can eat this up. I'm impish, fool. Then it's like, oh, 75% gone. I switch out to my my Togekiss, Maya. And yeah, fairy now. She's a fairy, so dragons can't touch this. He sends in Rotom. I Thunder Wave, and I guess he predicted that. I thought he was gonna switch into like Tyranitar or something, predicting like an Air Slash. And then he Volt Switches. So I knew he was gonna Volt Switch, so I used Aura Sphere. But I was terribly wrong. He uses Talonflame. So I wasn't really sure. I'm not really sure about the stats of Talonflame. I assumed he had low special defense, so I was hoping that maybe the Aura Sphere would have hit him pretty hard, but it didn't. Only did like 10% of his life. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I switch out. I bring in my Bakinawa. Yeah, I switch him in. He's gonna take that Brave Bird like a boss. Even though Brave Bird has a really badass animation. Like, look at that. It's like a god's arrow from the sky. So yeah, my plan here is to set up my rocks. I knew he was probably gonna switch out because his Talonflame's like really useful with that priority Brave Bird. So he switches out, goes to Rotom. I go for the Stealth Rock. Boom, bam, bam, bam. And then yeah, I thought he was gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp, so I was like, Tyranitar is probably gonna be useless anyway. And I had a Lumberry on mine, so I knew that I could take the Will-O-Wisp. So I go for a Crunch. I would have gone for the Stone Edge, but I thought that I would have missed. And I didn't want to risk that, so I go for the Crunch. Takes off a clean 50%, and I get the defense fall. Yeah, and he gets buffeted by the Sandstorm, just for a little bit of the extra measure of safety. He misses with the Hydro Pump, so I'm like, oh hell yeah! And then I crunch him to death. Tyranitar eats that Rotom up. He eats him, digests him, takes a shits him out of his body. So yeah, he sends out his own Tyranitar. So I'm like, oh, what's he gonna do? Is he what set does he have? Because Tyranitar is like a really versatile Pokemon. So he ends up crunching me. I'm like, okay, that's weird. So yeah, I go for the Stone Edge. I miss. I guess that's like revenge for missing with the Hydro Pump. So yeah, yin yang. So yeah, he heals up with the Leftovers. I don't really think that Leftovers is like a really great item on Tyranitar, because I don't know, it's just my opinion. I think that you're better off, because you only have one Leftovers in the game. If there was like Leftovers everywhere, yeah, hell yeah, give it to Tyranitar. But then I thought he should have given it to like his Rotom or something. So I send in my OxyClean after T-Tar dies. I use Will-O-Wisp, get that burn on. I didn't think he had any boosting moves, otherwise he would have used them already. So he uses Crunch. Look how much it does. Look how much that does. It's only 25%. So yeah, he gets hurt by the burn. I use a Will-O-Wisp expecting a switch again, but whatever. He uses Crunch. Another 25%. And then he has that Leftovers recovery again. So at this point, I'm like, I think I could set up my Sweezer, my Caesar now. So I tried a Hydro Pump just to get a bit of extra damage before I need to switch out, but I'm like, oh, I missed. Ugh. Yeah, he gets that Leftovers recovery again. And then, at this moment, I'm pretty sure this is when I Volt Switch. Do I Volt Switch? Volt Switch! Yeah, I Volt Switch. OxyClean Volt Switches out to my great killer, the God Cutter, Kamikata. He cut your hair with a scissor. So yeah, I send in my Kamikata. He chooses Stone Edge. He misses, so I know his 3 moves. Crunch, Earthquake, Stone Edge. I'm praying to God that he does not have Fire Blast. So, I was pretty sure I was faster than him. So I go for the Mega Evolution. Mega Caesar, look at that. Like crab claws and shit. So yeah, I go for Mega Caesar. I substitute. And I just wanted to see what he would do. If he had the Fire Blast, I would have switched back out to Rotom. But he didn't. He had Thunder Wave. So I was like, oh, that's odd. I thought he should have like Stealth Rocks or something. Well, anyway, yeah. So with this Mega Caesar, he's my MVP. He's won me so many battles. So yeah, I go for the Swords Dance. And then I know that he can't do anything to me. Look at what this Earthquake does. 100 base power Earthquake. It's like a love tap. It doesn't even touch the substitute. It just taps it. He just kisses it. He just caresses it softly, like I would caress Jennifer Lawrence if, you know, I could just go into the Hunger Games with her. But anyway, so yeah, I go for another Swords Dance. I think this might be like the time where I realize like I feel like too greedy about it. I get too greedy. Don't never get greedy with your Swords Dances. Cause I knew he had an Aegislash, so I was hoping it would come in so I could kill it with my my Thief. But it didn't come in, so I was like, oh, what the hell is this guy doing? I guess he knew his Tyranitar was dead by this point. I go for another substitute, and he uses Earthquake again. Does not break it again. So yeah, gets that Leftovers recovery. I'm at +4 already, and I think this is the point where I was like, okay, I think it's safe to Bullet Punch him. So yeah, there, Tyranitar gets shot in 20 places. He goes down, and then he brings in his Aegislash, or Aegislash, however the hell you guys want to pronounce it. So yeah, the Pointed Stones. Anyway, I go for another Swords Dance because I'm greedy. And this is my big mistake. I thought he was going for the King Shield, but then he didn't. He just really wanted to break my sub. So he goes for the Sacred Sword. So, pew! And then he breaks my sub. So I was hoping that maybe like I'd be able to, I was thinking about it, like maybe I'd be able to sub again, but I decided not to, because I didn't want to risk it. So I'm at half HP. He brings in his Talonflame, so I'm like, okay, cool. I think I could kill this with one Bullet Punch. Look at how much, 50%, he's at 25, he's like 10, 25%. I can already take him on. He uses the Brave Bird, priority, blah 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 blah. It takes out a big chunk of my health, but I survive. Around 40%, so yeah, I go for the Bullet Punch. And then I was so shocked when this happened. He had the Rocky Helmet, and I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. So my Caesar's dead. He probably should have done that in the first place. I don't know. Oh, that's weird. It was super weird to see like that Rocky Helmet on his Talonflame. So he sends in his Venusaur. He only has 2 Pokemon left now, Venusaur and Haxorus. I send in my Bubbles, expecting the Haxorus because I know I can outspeed it. He Mega Evolves. So I thought he would go for the Sleep Powder, which is what most Venusaur usually do on like the first turn they transform. So I go for the Substitute. I was hoping that maybe he'd think that I was Scarfed, but he didn't. He used Sludge Bomb, breaks my sub. I'm like, okay, well, Fire Blast, ho. No, and it does more than half, but then he puts me to sleep. He puts the sand in my eyes. So yeah, Bubbles falls asleep. Good job, Bubbles. I like those little trainer sayings. Then I send in my OxyClean as like, well, I try to make a death fodder. I just wanted it to I just needed something to switch out. I was hoping, well, I don't know, maybe I should have stayed in, I don't know what I was really thinking. So yeah, I get my citrus berry back, get about 25% of my health back. He heals up with his leech seed. So I volt switch out, or I burn him just to negate that leech seed damage. And he goes for the petal blizzard next turn. So yeah, I die. Oh, I don't die. Yeah, because it's specially defensive. But I knew I couldn't do anything at this point. I'd probably die. And the leech seed took out another chunk of my health, so I'm like, orgasm. Anyway, I volt switch. And I pray to God that he doesn't use sludge bomb or something. So yeah, I volt switch. I send out bubbles, hoping that she would wake up so I could just OHKO this. Not really OHKO, but then like just finish this thing off. Use petal blizzard. It's like only does like a pinch of damage. I'm like, come on, wake up, bubbles, wake up, but he doesn't wake up. So I'm like, dude, wake up. He does a sludge bomb, which takes out a big chunk of my life. I'm like, argh. But then he gets affected by the burn, so I know that I could kill him. Even if he leech seeds, he's just gonna rack up some damage anyway. So yeah. So I'm like, come on, just wake up, Bubbles, just wake up. I just need one hit on this guy, and I've won the battle. But no. Things never go the way you want them to go. So yeah, Bubbles is still sleeping. I was like, come on. Then Sludge Bomb, Bubbles dies. He can no longer get any Leech Seed recovery. And then he gets burnt. So anyway, I sent in my Puyo Loco, hoping that I'd be faster than it or something. But I was not, and then he uses Sludge Bomb. And then he dies. He was pretty much useless in this battle. He's useful in all the other battles against like people who's fighting types and Kangaskhan, but you know, it probably wasn't a good idea. His last Pokemon's Haxorus, and I thought he would like go for a Stone Edge or something. I didn't know what his moveset was. And to my surprise, he goes for the Outrage. I'm like, what the? Don't you know I have a Togekiss sign? So yeah, he kills my Rotom. So we're down 1-1. It's all even. Battle Royale. Togekiss versus Haxorus. UFC 141. So yeah, I go for the Thunder Wave, hoping that he would Dragon Dance or something, or like just stay into Outrage. I just wanted to guarantee myself the speed, just in case he has something up his sleeve. But no. He had the Lumberry. So he's just taunt, so I'm like, okay, let's... Then I realized what his real moveset was, so I'm guessing it was probably Outrage, Dragon Dance, Taunt, and then Earthquake, as you see here. Anyway, at this point I've won the battle pretty much, so it's just a battle of me getting the Air Slash on him. I probably should have just gone for Aura Sphere, because I think I missed once. No, I don't miss once, so yeah. Then it's over. Haxorus faints. I win the battle. Togekiss MVP award. NBA. So yeah. Good battle, Nicizzle7. And if you guys liked this video, subscribe, like, comment. Tell me if you need me to improve my public speaking video skills, whatever. So yeah. About the video quality, I hope to get a capture card. I still need money, you know. I barely get shifts at work. It really ticks me off. Anyway, goodbye everybody. Peace.